guys, and welcome to Mornings with Mo. Happy Friday Eve. I can see Friday just around the corner. Super excited for that. And today I wanted to talk about why I do what I do. And by that I mean why I teach. I teach ages 2 through 18, which is a very big spectrum of children. And when I tell people that, they're like, I think they kind of break out in hives when they hear like the 2, when they hear the younger ages. And there's really nothing to be scared about. There's just a science to it all. So first of all, how do I do what I do? The first thing I do is I pray. I pray for my kids. I pray during the choreography process. I pray because I hope that they take what I'm giving them and retain that information. But I also hope that it builds their character as human beings. Even my little 2-year-olds as little human beings, because they are. I have patience. Patience is a big thing. How I handle my 2 and 3-year-olds, or even 3 and 4-year-olds, is not how I'm going to handle a 14, 15-year-old. Example, last year I had 12 to 13 3 and 4-year-olds in one classroom. All my doing. That was my fault. But it really wasn't my fault. I just felt in my heart that it was a challenge I could meet, and it was something that would be fun. And it was fun. I think they decided that, I guess they just weren't having it. We were trying to practice recital. It was a long day, a long hour class, and one decided she was going to lay down and take a nap in the middle of class. And so when they do that, because they're younger, I'm like, okay, I see you in the mirror. I'm going to give you your little moment, and then we're going to bring it back. Okay. So I let her have her moment, but then another one decided she was going to do the same thing. And I said, oh, here we go. It's going to snowball. Okay, girls, we need to get up. We can take a nap in the car. Nothing. All right, well, if you girls don't care to practice, we just won't do freeze dance or stickers. Whew. You should feel the air in the room shift when they hear no stickers, no freeze dance. Oh my gosh, it's like kryptonite. Needless to say, that gave them the get up and go, and they were like, oh, she's serious. Okay, let's practice. But the point is that the way I spoke to them is not how I'm going to speak to, say, an 11, 12-year-old. An 11 or 12-year-old tries to lay down in the middle of class. Get up. You know better. No, patience is a key factor. Teaching 2 through 18-year-olds, you have to understand that you are going to have a plethora of personalities. Oh my gosh. You have to know how to approach each personality, which is a job in and of itself. You may have the more quiet, the more reserved student. Or you may have the student that comes in just running circles around everybody, and you have to bring them back down to earth. But all in all, I think it just makes me giggle to imagine the amount of personalities I've encountered over the past, 18 years? It's interesting. Very interesting. You want to give me 12 kids that want to hang on my leg and want to jump on my back and stuff like that? Let's do that. Watch, when it's time to work, they're going to be standing at attention, though. True story. They do. And I think they want that discipline, too. I think what people forget is kids want discipline. And I've noticed the kids that I'm toughest on, which is that in-between age, that tween teen age, they come back. Why? Because they want that discipline. Yeah, I may harp on them a bit, but at the end of the day, they know it's out of love. And I remind them that. I said, it's not me being ugly. I just want you to do better. Do better. That's not much to ask, I don't think. But anyway, so there's prayer and there's patience. I think it also takes a very special person to take on the responsibility of teaching kids. My kids, I don't have kids of my own, but when I'm in whatever arena, whether it be the high school or the dance studio or a master class, those are my kids. For that 45 minutes, for that hour, for that 2 hours, those are my kids. Because why? I'm in charge of them for a whole hour. If they fall, whose fault is it? Mine? Technically theirs, but that's okay. It's my fault. So I say that because they are like my kids for that hour, 45 minutes, whatever, and then I can send them off home. That's the biggest difference. But when I teach my kids, I have to remember, again, that they're kids. They are going to test my patience. They're going to try it. They're going to dip their toes in the water and see what happens, if it's hot or cold. And I love that. Most people might be like, doesn't that make you upset? Like, doesn't that irk you? And I'm like, no, because that's what they're going to do. What irks me is when it's not treated appropriately. You know, like some kids, you know, I'm tired. I don't want to keep going. I want my mommy. Okay, how do I approach that? Oh, you know who else is tired? Me. I'm a busy lady. You know what I mean? I do it all the time. And they understand what I'm saying to them. Oh, here's the deal. You want to see mommy? Mommy wants you to finish class with me first. And then you get a treat. And then you get to go home. How about that? They love that. It's an approach. You have to know how to treat that. I could get upset and be like, sit down. But then would I really be doing my job? You know, no, not at all. So I feel like it takes a very special person. It takes a person that can lead, but that also remembers, like, just like you're teaching these kids are there to teach you too. And I tell them that too. I'm very candid with my kids about that. You're giving me lessons too. You may not see it, but we understand each other. It goes hand in hand, the student-teacher, teacher-student kind of persona, I guess, if you want to call it. Apart from, you know, the grad school work and the obligations that are required as an adult, teaching is my escape. Teaching is my way to just laugh. I've come home and just been in just stitches from laughing with these kids, joking with the kids. If someone finally got a skill that we've been working on for forever and a day and they're so proud of themselves, I'm so proud of them too. And I remind them of that too. That's the number one thing too. I am so proud of you. I'm proud of your progress. Even if it's the tiniest little thing. You pointed your feet today, Susie. I'm so proud. And it's not a fake thing. That's you being genuinely proud. You have to continuously pour into these kids or they'll start doing what? Pulling back. Just be there for them. Be there as a listening ear. I can't tell you how many kids have I just need to talk. Okay. We could put 5 minutes aside. Talk to me. That's fine. I'll take that little bit of time out of my day for them because sometimes that's all they need. That's all they need, or that time to vent. The fact that you can take your knowledge and spoon feed that to human beings, and for them to receive it and then to take that experience out into the real world, I think it's the most rewarding life experience there is. It's not about the notoriety. It is about impacting kids. For me, personally, as long as I impact kids, I've done my job. Anyway, I can't talk today. What is NEA? Anyway, spirits. Woo. And with that being said, this is Mornings with Mo. Thank you.